Describe the first time you learned about the coronavirus known as COVID-19. What do you remember about that first time?
First time I remember hearing it through the news in like December, January, hearing that it was going on in China, and I didn't know much more than that. Never did I think it would come over here and affect us the way it has.
Explain how the pandemic affected your work and life. Um, what was it like working or studying from home?
I am a social worker, and so working from home is not something that I typically have ever had to do with my job. We were given 2 days to pack up our stuff and go home, and told we would need to pack up for about 2 weeks. Now I'm working from home till September, and it's been quite an adjustment, not seeing my families and clients that I would see on a daily basis.
Explain how you were prepared in advance to enact a self-imposed quarantine or social isolation. Explain what you prioritized in your preparation, whether or not you had trouble tracking down any important household items, and what decisions did you have to make to protect yourself and your health.
My husband and I both were working remotely from home, and the kids were obviously at home from school. So we just quarantined at home and stayed away from all family and friends. That was pretty difficult, as I have an 80-year-old mother who lives by herself, so that was difficult not being able to see her and help her like we would. There weren't really any supplies that I couldn't find except for like Clorox wipes, but we found other alternatives.
Describe what you missed the most during the COVID-19 quarantine that affected your daily life and routines.
The thing I missed the most was working, and seeing my uh, coworkers and families that I work with, just having that social interaction every day.
What important events and/or milestones in your life were put on hold or canceled or otherwise left unmarked due to social distancing? Explain how you mark these events or milestones in the meantime.
We had several birthdays in our family that we celebrated, just the five of us, and took lots of pictures to document the time.
Describe how you spent your free time at home during the pandemic. Explain what existing hobbies you continued and or what new hobbies you may have picked up.
We spent a lot of time doing puzzles. We would go mountain biking as a family, or the kids would go by themselves. Uh, we had fun finding different movies and shows that the five of us as a family like to watch. We still continued to go biking and mountain biking as a family.
Explain how you stayed in contact with friends and loved ones when you could not get together face to face.
We would text message, or by phone was the most we did for contact.
Explain how this experience compares to other events in your life or history. Be sure to describe what parallels you have noticed between this experience and any other experiences you've had in a living memory.
I have never experienced anything like this in my life. And I talked to my mom, and she hasn't experienced anything like this in her life as well.
Explain what you think is most important for people to remember about this moment in global and American history.
I think that we just have to learn to come back together as a family, slow down. I think daily life at times becomes too scheduled and busy, and I think this kind of brought back some values of just taking some time and taking a breath, moving forward with life. Um,
Do you have any final thoughts?
Final thoughts. It's not been an easy time, but I think it's been a time of change, and I think that we all realize we're a lot more resilient than we all thought we could be, and that I think we'll look back at quarantine as a time that was difficult some days, but we had a lot of good times and family time and good laughs through it as well.
Okay.